guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed plant content where we talk about the good, the bad, the thriving, and the dying plants in our collection, and we try to learn the best way to grow our plants so that they stop dying. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you want to participate or contribute to, or you just want to hang out, hit the subscribe button. Let's be plant friends. So today we're outside and it is the end of September in my area, zone 7B, 7A, zone 7. And it's gonna start to get cold soon. October is usually when it starts to drop. And that's usually when I want to get my outdoor plants, whatever plants that can't stay outside, inside. And yeah, so I'm going to bring you along and show you what I got and what my plans are, and hopefully it all works out and none of my plants die. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, come hang out, go sit outside if it's nice, and just chill and watch the video. Alrighty. Alright guys, so first we're going to start off with these guys. So this is my blackberry bush, which is growing well. This is a good grower. I got all of these plants as little starter plants from like Home Depot or Walmart for like I think they were like $5, maybe 10, but in that price range. So the blackberry bush I would definitely recommend, grows very well. The raspberry bush, I actually some of them grow, some of them don't. They have a whole bunch of different varieties. You just pick one and see what works. I don't remember what varieties I have, but I have this raspberry bush and then this raspberry bush, which actually has 2 plants in it. So I have 3 varieties. Have no idea what is what, but it's alright. They're growing well. And then I have 2 blueberry bushes. And we got Miss Boo Boo. Miss Boo Boo. Get out of my plants. Get out of my plants. Okay, so yeah, so this is a blueberry bush and this is a blueberry bush. This bush I've had for a while. 3 years? Going on 4? I don't know. But this guy is like a year going on 2. All the other plants are about a year going on 2. Some of them I bought, I think this year. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I think these guys are all ready to go in the ground. Right? I'm trying not to bring all of these plants back in the house. I had that last winter just because yeah, these guys are going on 2 years. So last winter I had these guys all in one of my spare rooms because they were starter plants. I wasn't sure if they were going to make it if I put them straight in the ground. I had done that a couple of times and they didn't really grow. None of those little starter plants really, I think, kind of need this step before going into the ground, at least in my area, because every plant that I just put straight in the ground ended up dying. Anyway, so we have 2 blueberry bushes, 3 raspberry bushes, and a blackberry bush that I gotta find somewhere in the ground in my yard to put and let them grow and try to fence off. I think I'm gonna use like these little things to fence it off so that my boyfriend doesn't mow them over, because he does that. Yeah, so those are those guys. And then, okay, so these are like little hibiscus plants. And I put, I think, 5 in here originally. This pot ended up falling over and like busting open. You know, we can't have nice things over here. It just is what it is. But that's okay. The deer love these plants. They eat them like no one's business. Yeah, it's annoying. So I'm constantly garlicking my plants to keep the deer away. We have a little PJ Masks guy. I forget your name. Gecko? Are you the lizard guy? I don't remember, but you got chewed. The dogs found you. Alright, so this is a little... Oh, the plane. Hold on. Okay, the plane is gone. So these are 2 little, I think they're Japanese maple starts. I have one here and one here. This one is from my mother's plant, my mother's tree that we got her a while ago. And then this is, I have a type of Japanese maple in my yard. And I want to see if they look the same or not, but I think they might be a little different. So I know my mother's plant stays like a maroon color all year, round, and I think maybe that's just where that tree is. It's getting more light than where my tree is, because my tree it starts off maroon and then turns the green. So if anybody is an expert on Japanese maples, let me know. All right, so this is nothing. This is just, they had grape plants in it, it died. This is just some long grass. I'm actually gonna put the hibiscus, whatever's still alive and left, in here, and then bring it in the house, because I don't think these guys will survive out here over the winter. I'm not sure. If anybody knows if they will survive in the winter, let me know. I don't think they're ready to go in the ground, so they're still gonna come inside, but it'd be good for, you know, next year or the year after to put them outside. A real quick look at my messy hose I gotta put away. But we got some roses, some blooms. All right. We got Blaze and Boo Boo back there just chilling in the sun. And we got Bear, good boy. All right, so this is a grape plant. There was 2 plants in here. There's only one that has survived. I think I'm debating whether or not to bring this inside or not. It looks like it got some powdery mildew. I know that you can put grape plants outside, but you have to cover them over the winter or they won't survive like that. They can't have like frost, I guess, directly on them. And I don't know if I'm ready for all that. I feel like that I gotta kind of like set up a little bit more, have like a designated spot and like all that. So I might just bring this guy inside and put him in the ground next year. But anyway. Alright, so these guys, I guess we'll start here. So this is a variegated lemon plant. Now these are like more tropical, like these definitely cannot go in the ground. They will not survive out here. My plan is to have these guys as like sunroom plants. So they won't get as big as like real trees, but you know, have little dwarf trees. I think that'd be cute. You know, people do it with the fiddly fig, so I could do it with my lemons and grapes and stuff. So this one is a guava plant. Yeah, pink guava, and it's doing well. I thought I was going to kill this plant, but it's doing okay. This guy's got to come inside. It's starting to get really big. If anybody has tips on tricks on how to maybe manage the growth of these plants, I would like little mini trees of versions of these. So if you have tips on how to get that shape, let me know. This is a lime plant. Again, doing very well, growing large. We have, this is not a lime plant. This is just like a weed that got in there. And you two are not part of this plant. I gotta trim all this stuff up, but eventually, you know, eventually. Alright, over here we have an orange tree that's starting to grow. This is kind of like the shape I want, where it's like, you know, a good like foot of stem, and then like it branches out into like a little circle-y type thing. So we got this guy. This is gonna come inside. And then here, this is my hardy kiwi plant. And at first the deer were like eating the crap out of this plant, and you know, I garlicked it, and now they're not. But yeah, we're starting to grow back here. I don't know, I feel like this is the first year it's been out. I got it this year, so they're like only a year old, and I think I want to bring it inside for another winter season before putting it in the ground. I kind of just want the roots to really establish, and then maybe put this in the ground like during the spring, so it can kind of branch out and go over it. I don't think the raspberry bush or the blackberry bush or even the blueberry bushes are going to have issues adapting into like the ground here. And then back here, let me see if I can. Alright, so this is a fig tree. It's not a fiddly fig tree, it's like a legit hardy fig tree. Again, it's only been growing for a year, and I want it to get really established, have really good roots before I put it in the ground. So yeah, So these are the plants that are going to be coming inside, maybe also the grape plant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these bigger buckets are definitely, yeah, we'll say you're going in. Alright, so these 7 are definitely going to be in the house for the winter. Hopefully they survived. I think they will. You gonna help take care of them, Bear? You're probably gonna try to pee on them. Stay away from them. Anyway, another cool little thing. I put this out here the beginning of spring, and this was my little succulent fairy garden. And as you can see, a lot of stuff died. But these guys survived, and they absorb a good amount of water without rotting. So I'm impressed. I don't know what they're called, but I'm impressed. And the watch chain succulent took off. I feel like if I just left it, this thing would take over most of it. Now, halfway through spring, this whole side had died off of the succulents. So what I did is I just threw down, these are just weeds. I threw in some mint seeds that I had. I cannot get mint to grow. I want mint to grow. And people say like, oh, it grows like a weed, it'll take over your garden, blah, 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 blah. I can't get it to grow, but I got it to grow. And I actually have 2 plants. So I have like this little one right here, and I have this bigger one right here. And it's actually a spearmint plant, so it smells so good. Oh, it's delicious. It smells delicious. So I kind of want to transplant that into, I was thinking maybe putting it over here, so when I first come out of my house in the back, I just get a whiff of spearmint. I also don't think it'll be able to take over and choke out my rose bushes. So I think it'll be safe enough to put here. And yeah, I think it's just going to smell really great. I do want to, I think next year I'm going to just buy little starts of mint, spearmint, peppermint. They have like a chocolate peppermint. I'm just going to buy a couple of those and just place them, you know, along the edges where I don't think they can choke, like, I don't think they're going to choke out a hydrangea plant and stuff like that. So, yeah, look at Blaze and Boo Boo. And yeah, so this is just like a real quick update on what the outdoors look like, what my plans for winter are looking like. And yeah, I'm probably, for this guy, we're gonna pull out these weeds though, all the dead leaves too. What I'm probably gonna do for this guy, because I kind of like plants that don't need a lot of maintenance, right? Like I'm a busy person, as is everybody else, and sometimes I don't have the time to take care of plants. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to experiment with different types of succulents, put them in, and what survives, survives, and what doesn't. I'm not spending a lot of money on the succulents. I'm just getting, $3 little starts, popping them in, and seeing what they do. So far, these guys are doing great. The soil's a little wet. We did have a lot of rain this year and hurricanes, and they survived. So that's cool. And I'm just getting dead leaves out of here. And I think that's just what I'm going to do. So if you guys have any suggestions on more watery tolerant succulents that I can add to this little display, let me know. Let me know the types that will do well and which ones I should avoid. Because as you can see, I did put, if you can find the video on my channel, I'll try to link it if I remember, of when I made this, I did put a lot of different varieties of succulents in here. Like, it was packed out. And so far only 2 out of all of those can handle the weather in zone 7B. 7B, 7A, whatever, with all the rain and stuff throughout the summer and spring. So yeah, just a quick little update. I wish this would grow in my zone. It's not hardy enough. I think when I was looking it up, it's hardy for zones 9 and 10. So whoever lives out there, you could definitely put some of this stuff in your garden, and I think that would look so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna try to clean all this stuff up. I'm not gonna bore you with that, because you know it's just a mess. We're cleaning up the yard before winter, and yeah, so I just figured I'd give you a little update, show you what I got going on, give you my plans so that maybe I can get some input from you guys and you can let me know if what I'm doing is a good idea or not. And yeah, alrighty, until next time, relax, plants, and peace out.